With our backup quarterback, with our backup quarterback. I'm sorry I'm talking smack. I said I wasn't gonna talk smack, but now John Ammo is back, and the Eagles are on the attack. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I would get you ready. As you remember my Christmas song from a couple years ago after we won the division. Get primed, get ready, because once again, John Ammo feels it. Not only does John Ammo feel the Philadelphia Eagles right now, but let's go over his picks yesterday. Unbelievable. So, John Ammo covers on the Saints game, picking them to win 34-20 over the Raiders, 1-0. John Ammo covers on the Colts, picking them to win 28-21 over the Ravens, 2-0. John Ammo loses the Bengals-Jets game. The Jets win. The Bengals did not cover, 2-1. John Ammo picks the Bucks to win 20-7. He covers, 3-1. John Ammo picks the Lions to cover the spread, 4-1. John Ammo picks the Bears-Falcons under only, 5-1. John Ammo picks the Texans to beat the Dolphins 23-20, 6-1. John Ammo picks the Rams to cover the 13.5 points, 7-1. John Ammo did pick the Broncos, 7-2. John Ammo picked the Eagles, 8-2. Picked the Cowboys, 8-3. Picked the Packers, 9-3. 9-4 on the day. 9-4 against the spread. Not bad, not bad. I will say, ladies and gentlemen, as many games as I got right in the 1 o'clock games, I didn't make any money. As a matter of fact, I lost a little bit of money this weekend, even though I got every game right. I parlayed 3 different bets, and all of them there were 4-game parlays, and all of them had 3 wins on it, man. So one bet killed me on every bet. So I did win money on the Eagles. I bet the Eagles line and the over 42 points, but it kind of made up for my winning. So, not the greatest week for me. My picks were off the hook, but, when you're making your bets, you got to kind of move them with the right other bets, or else, one bet can kill the whole thing. So, big week in football, ladies and gentlemen. Big week in football. It looks like, it looks like things are going to get very interesting now in the NFC East. I'm expecting the Philadelphia Eagles have a bye week next week, and then we play. I forgot the 2 teams. I want to say one of them is the Cleveland Browns. I'm not sure the other one. I don't have the schedule in front of me right now. But we have 2 very easy teams in front of us right now, and then we have the Giants. So the ultimate theory now is to get to the New York Giants with a 5-3 record. If we can do that, if we can win our next 2 games against 2 very winnable opponents, then we're looking good as long as we can take a 5-3 record against the Giants. So I was just watching Sports Center, and apparently Tony Romo is out for at least a month with a broken pinky. So not only were the Dallas Cowboys already playing like shit, they could barely beat teams like the Cincinnati Bengals, and they're getting beat by teams like the Cardinals, and I forgot who they lost to, but they're losing some pretty shitty teams right now. But I would say officially now the dream is over, right, guys? What are you going to do with Brad Johnson for the next month of football? And even when Tony Romo comes back, I was already thinking when they were saying, when I was thinking about whether or not when we play the Cowboys, I would rather Tony Romo be on the field, because to be honest with you, Brad Johnson is probably a better quarterback. He's a lot more cautious, and he's not going to... Dude, Tony Romo fumbled the ball like 4 times against the Cardinals. It's like you just snap the ball back to him, and he just... I've never seen anything like it. I mean, the guy is a fumble machine, man. He just... I was watching Monday Morning Quarterback on ESPN, and they're right. The guy just absolutely, positively refuses to tuck in the ball and learn how to carry the ball. He's all about taking chances. He's all about, seeing what's sorry, my hat's a little tight. Seeing what's going on downfield, and he's not about business, man. Like, one of the greatest things about, now you guys know how I feel about Brett Favre. I hate him. But one thing about Brett Favre that he understands, and that Donovan McNabb understands, is the all importance of moving the chains. That's the name of the game. Just move the chains 10 yards at a time, and you'll win. You ultimately win the game. See, Tony Romo, he's always looking for the 30, the 40, he's always looking for the big play, and he holds on to the ball way too long. I think the Philadelphia Eagles, when they play the Cowboys, are going to have an absolute field day with Tony Romo. I mean, it's going to be ugly. They might injure him if he's not injured the rest of this year for the playoffs. That's how bad it's going to be. I mean, they're going to hit the stuffing out of him. You guys saw my picks. I would love the St. Louis Rams this week. The Washington Redskins are not a good football team. They're not a great football. They're an average football team. They still have they were on a little bit of a winning streak. They got 13 points in the spread. I mean, that's the thing about these spread givers. They're so stupid. Like with the Minnesota Vikings and the Redskins both getting 13 and 13.5 points this week. Like, that's just outrageous that you can give a team like a 2-3 football team like the Vikings a 13-point spread. I mean, I don't even think the Eagles in their heyday in 2004 were getting 13-point spreads. I mean, maybe after they won like 8 in a row. But I mean, it's Washington Redskins look terrible. They got beat by a team that hasn't won a game yet this season, and I know they beat us a couple weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, but we will hopefully retribute that when they come back to when we go to Washington. We usually split those games anyway. So I watched all those games. I couldn't believe that the Rams, not only, I thought the Redskins would at least beat them by a field goal or a touchdown, but and that the Rams would still cover the 13 points, but the Rams out and out won, man. It's the NFL in 2008. It's a crazy season. So Donovan McNabb again looked phenomenal against the San Francisco 49ers. The score was a lot closer than the actual game. We only let up one defensive touchdown the whole game. As you know, they returned a ridiculous blocked punt for a field goal, and then for a touchdown. Then they had a bunch of field goals. I love Jaquan Parker, man. Between this guy and Trent Cole, I mean, obviously our line is devastating. We lead the league in sacks right now. We lead the league in quarterback pressures and hurries. It's like when we already knew what we had in a beast like Trent Cole, right? And you thought Jaquan Parker, would come in and feed off of Trent Cole's pass rush. But it's almost like the other way around. I mean, this Jaquan Parker kid, he's an absolute monster. I mean, he's got like 5 sacks already. He's got a pick. He's got like 2 forced fumbles. This guy's a freaking beast. Quentin Michael, huge play. I've been saying good stuff about Quentin Michael. I believe that was his second pick of the season. Huge interception. One thing that's, Corell Buckhalter, big game Corell. Like he said, nobody's going to be able to replace Brian Westbrook, but he's almost the same exact running back as Brian Westbrook. So as long as he can keep doing that, we'll be fine. David Akers David Akers has to go. He barely squeaked every field goal he made. He did make 4 field goals. He missed the 51 that got blocked. Every field goal he made was like 20-something yards out. David Akers has to go. Let's get rid of him now before this becomes a problem in a late game where we need a 45, 50-yarder. Let's get rid of him now. Sav Rocca, our punter, I love him. The guy is coming along big time. And it was just a big win for the Philadelphia Eagles. So as our first road win of the season, it evens us up at 3-3. We got the bye week next week, and now we have 2 very, very beatable teams on the schedule. So I'm looking forward to the Eagles climbing back on top of the NFC East. The 3 games we lost were all of them were less than a touchdown. So, we just got to put the little things together. And to be honest with you, against San Francisco, we still did not. Those times that we're in the 15-yard line and we're in the 20-yard line, we need to score the touchdown. These field goals, they might have been good against the San Francisco 49ers. They're not going to be good against teams like the Colts or the Ravens. Not that we have to play them. We'll play them in the big game. But, we need to start taking advantage of all situations now. So, congratulations, Philly, big win. Look back for me in about 2 days or less with my picks for the week. John Ammo, Archives.